The rivalry between Eminem and Ja Rule stands as one of the most heated and personal feuds in the history of hip-hop, a genre already known for its contentious rivalries. What began as a clash between two camps, Eminem and 50 Cent on one side, and Ja Rule and Murder Inc. on the other, soon escalated into a full-scale lyrical war. But this wasn't just any rap beef. This was a battle where family was dragged into the mix, which took the feud to a level of intensity rarely seen in the industry. To truly understand how things spiraled out of control, we have to look back at the early 2000s, when this rivalry was set ablaze. Eminem had already become a global phenomenon by the early 2000s, having released multiple critically acclaimed albums that showcased his incredible lyrical skills and his ability to tackle controversial topics. Albums like the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP pushed Eminem into the spotlight, where he became both celebrated and criticized for his raw, unfiltered approach to music. But Eminem's appeal didn't just lie in his shock value. He had a deeply personal and relatable side as well, especially when it came to his relationship with his daughter, Hailie, whom he often referenced in his music as the center of his world. Ja Rule, meanwhile, was enjoying massive commercial success around the same time. Known for his gritty voice and ability to blend hard-hitting rap with smooth R&B hooks, Ja Rule was a constant presence on the charts. Songs like Always on Time and I'm Real with Jennifer Lopez made him a household name, and his label, Murder Inc., was on top of the rap game. However, despite his success, Ja Rule's credibility was increasingly questioned by hardcore rap fans, who saw his pivot to pop-infused tracks as a departure from the street authenticity that hip-hop demanded. The origin of the feud between Eminem and Ja Rule is somewhat indirect, stemming from a long-standing beef between 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Before 50 Cent became a superstar, he was entangled in a bitter rivalry with Ja Rule and Murder Inc. due to street-level disputes and business conflicts. This feud led to a series of diss tracks between 50 Cent and Ja Rule, with both artists throwing shots at each other. When Eminem signed 50 Cent to his Shady Records label, he essentially inherited the beef, aligning himself with 50 Cent against Murder Inc. At this point, the rivalry was fierce but largely contained within the usual bounds of competitive diss tracks and public jabs. That all changed when Ja Rule decided to take things to a deeply personal level. In 2002, Ja Rule released the track Loose Change, a diss track aimed at 50 Cent and Eminem. It was in this song that Ja Rule made the fatal mistake of mentioning Eminem's daughter, Hailie. The line, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Hailie gonna be when she grows up, struck a nerve with Eminem. In the world of rap battles, dissing another rapper is one thing, but bringing a rapper's family, especially their children, into the beef is widely seen as crossing the line. Eminem, known for his protective nature when it came to his daughter, wasn't going to let this insult go unanswered. What followed was a series of diss tracks from Eminem, 50 Cent, and their respective camps aimed squarely at Ja Rule and Murder Inc. One of the most memorable responses came in the form of Hailie's Revenge, where Eminem, alongside his daughter, directly addressed Ja Rule's insult. The inclusion of Hailie's voice in the track made it even more personal, as it became clear that this was no longer just about rap, it was about family. In Hailie's Revenge, Eminem's lyrical venom was palpable. He didn't just defend his daughter and ex-wife, he went on the offensive, tearing into Ja Rule's credibility, music, and character. Eminem had always been known for his ability to verbally annihilate his opponents, and in this case, he left no stone unturned. The line, "You'll get your boy eviscerated," was a clear warning that Ja Rule had made a mistake he couldn't recover from. Eminem, who had faced countless controversies and rivalries before, was in his element, and he made sure that Ja Rule felt the full weight of his wrath. But Eminem didn't fight this battle alone. 50 Cent, who was already deeply entrenched in his own feud with Ja Rule, saw this as an opportunity to further dismantle his rival. 50 Cent released multiple diss tracks aimed at Ja Rule and Murder Inc., including the scathing, Back Down, and I Smell Pussy. These tracks painted Ja Rule as a fake, someone who had turned his back on his street roots to chase commercial success. 50 Cent mocked Ja Rule's pop-leaning singles and questioned his authenticity, further damaging Ja Rule's credibility in the eyes of hardcore hip-hop fans. The diss tracks from Eminem and 50 Cent kept coming, and Ja Rule struggled to keep up. He responded with tracks like Clap Back, where he tried to regain his footing by firing shots at both Eminem and 50 Cent. But while Clap Back had its moments, it lacked the raw intensity and lyrical precision that characterized Eminem's and 50 Cent's responses. Ja Rule was trying to fight back, but the damage had already been done. Eminem and 50 Cent, who were at the peak of their powers, had successfully turned public opinion against Ja Rule. As the beef progressed, it became clear that Ja Rule was on the losing end. His career, which had once been marked by hit singles and chart dominance, began to falter. Eminem and 50 Cent's relentless attacks had not only tarnished Ja Rule's image but also affected his commercial success. By the mid-2000s, Ja Rule's presence on the charts had diminished, and Murder Inc., once a powerhouse in the music industry, was struggling with legal issues that further weakened its position. One of the key reasons why this feud was so damaging for Ja Rule was the way Eminem and 50 Cent were able to frame him as a sellout. In the world of hip-hop, where authenticity is paramount, being labeled as someone who prioritized pop success over street credibility can be career-ending. Eminem and 50 Cent capitalized on this perception, painting Ja Rule as a pop star who had lost touch with the essence of hip-hop. For many fans, this narrative stuck, and Ja Rule's attempts to claw back his reputation were unsuccessful. Eminem's motivation throughout this feud was clear: he was defending his family. For Eminem, this wasn't just a rap battle, this was a personal vendetta against someone who had insulted his daughter. Eminem had always been fiercely protective of Hailie, and Ja Rule's decision to bring her into the beef was a miscalculation that he couldn't recover from. Eminem's dedication to his family was a recurring theme in his music, and the feud with Ja Rule only intensified his resolve to protect those he loved. The fallout from this rivalry had long-lasting effects on both artists. Ja Rule's career never fully recovered from the blows dealt by Eminem and 50 Cent. While he continued to release music, the success and dominance he once enjoyed were gone. Murder Inc., too, suffered as a result of the feud, and the label's influence in the music industry waned. Eminem, on the other hand, continued to thrive. Albums like The Eminem Show and Encore further solidified his place as one of the greatest rappers of all time. His ability to balance commercial success with lyrical depth kept him relevant, while his feud with Ja Rule only added to his legacy as someone who could win any rap battle he was involved in. The Eminem vs. Ja Rule feud serves as a cautionary tale about the unspoken rules of hip-hop. While disses and beefs are part of the culture, there are certain boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. Ja Rule's decision to attack Eminem's family crossed one of those boundaries, and the consequences were severe. Eminem's response was swift, calculated, and devastating, and it effectively ended Ja Rule's reign at the top of the rap game. Looking back, this feud also highlights the power of alliances in hip-hop. Eminem and 50 Cent's partnership allowed them to dominate the rap scene, and their combined attacks on Ja Rule were too much for him to handle. The beef may have started with 50 Cent, but by the time Eminem got involved, it became a full-scale war that Ja Rule couldn't win. So, what do you think? Was Ja Rule out of line for bringing Eminem's family into the feud, or was it just part of the rap game? And do you think Ja Rule could have done anything differently to avoid the downfall of his career? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying these deep dives into the biggest beefs in hip-hop, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a timeline. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.